In this video, I'm going to dive into calculations inside of Fillout.com, which is a form tool that integrates with Airtable. And what I'm playing around with is trying to calculate real-time pricing or retail pricing for paint estimating based on your actual costs. So this calculator that I built allows you to put in cost of your labor, your equipment, your subcontractors, and then dial in a margin that you want of say 30, 40, 50%. And it outputs the real-time price that the customer is going to receive. The estimator submits that, it all dumps into an Airtable base. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Hopefully you find it interesting, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to know more about or what else you'd like me to feature. Thanks so much for watching. Let's get into it. All right, so we have a little issue that we came up with and we're solving this. So I wanted to feature or highlight the calculations component of Fillout. So the issue came up with when you have a change order in the business and you select the project, and I'm actually going to go to a preview mode here. And I say this is for additional building on property, right? And I want to say that this is going to be a $10,000 cost, and the material cost is $750. Other costs are $2,175, and the sub cost is $3,000, and the equipment cost is $1,000. Now, in order to do this, like, because again, these numbers are never going to be round. It's going to be more like, $1,785.43 or something ridiculous like that. To be able to put in the amount, that's going to be difficult for people to do the math on the go. So we want this field to be a calculated field. So I want to walk through how to do that inside of Airtable here. So what we're going to do is in this field, we're going to say we want the default value here to be a calculation. And we don't have any calculations to compute prices, scores, or anything. So let's create one. So when we create one, we are going to call this first one. This one's going to be equipment cost, or we're going to rename this to so as I preview this, I'm going to change this to say so what we're going to do is in the material costs, the other costs, sub costs, equipment costs, what we need to do is in the calculation. So if we go to logic and then go to calculations, our total cost is going to be starting with 0. So we start with 0, and then we have a rule that says when this is true. So the condition is going to be when material cost is not empty. So whenever material cost is not empty, I'm going to hit done. Then I want to add material cost to the total cost. And I'm going to add another rule that says when the condition is when other cost is not empty, I want to add other cost to total. And then again, when condition is sub cost is not empty, I want to add sub cost to the total. And then one more time, when equipment cost is not empty, add equipment to the total. So that's our calculation to get total cost. And now in here, I can say, we'll actually see if it will take the total cost. I'm not sure if it's going to autofill there, but we can input the total cost down at the bottom. So your total cost is blank. So let's go ahead and preview this. And I start putting in numbers here, 500, 474518 and 600. So that's our total costs, but we want to add a margin. So let's go back and make some more edits. So I'm going to move this to here that says your total costs are, and then we want to have another one that's going to be our margin amount. So let's do one that says the total price. So we can take this, duplicate this, your retail price is this. And we're going to add one more calculation. So we're going to do calculation, new calculation, and this is going to be retail price. And this is also going to be a number. So we create the calculation. The initial value is going to be the total cost. And then we're going to say divide by. So we are going to divide by the margin, and we're going to do this. I think we just do it all the time. So we'll go ahead and do that. So now our retail price. And so down here we have retail price, which we can add retail price. So I think in order to do that calculation, we need to actually go one more step, which would be a new calculation. And this is inverse percent margin. We have, so this is 100 minus that. And then we want to take the retail price, divide by that, and then we need to multiply by 100. So we would take the one more calculation here, and this is going to be our decimal correct retail. So we're going to call that create calculation. All right, so the last thing here is we're going to take the initial value, which is our retail price, and have a new rule that is when retail price is not empty, we want to multiply by 100. Click done. So our retail price so the total cost is that, and we also need to change this to be the retail. Let's go ahead and try this one more time. We've got, this is the full thing, 100, 167. That would be a 40% margin. So 167 times 0.4 is 166.8, which is 40%. And that gives us our total. So the last thing I would probably do here is just put in a number here that has a dollar sign and a dollar sign here. And we want this to be a currency. So I would change this to be currency. You can delete that and put in the default value of placeholder, or no, default value is going to be calculation, decimal correct retail. And then all these are all numbers. So we have our material costs. Let's try one more time. We're going to publish these updates. And what do you know? The currency type field requires a paid subscription. So we are not going to do that. And I'm going to delete that. Let's go back to my CO amount. And we'll just do the old fashioned way. So the change order is default value is the calculation, decimal correct retail. And there you have it. Publish. And we got it. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, my name is Chris, the owner of Boolean Automation, where our mission is to free you up to do what you love. Hope this was valuable. Good luck with all your fill out forms, and we'll see you in the next video.